Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome again to this session where we are going to cover the topic on sprint planning, and this is related to Scrum Master. This Scrum is actually very important for students who come from different background. If they are planning to get into IT, into a cloud role, still this matters. If you guys are planning to become a software developer, Scrum Master sprint planning matters to you because every other project is going to run on on based of sprint, that you are going to have number of sprints, and in that sprint you have to complete your task. So this is something which we are going to take a look today, and we have Uma Shankar with us. He's one of the very experienced instructor as well as expert of Scrum and Agile, and he will be sharing his knowledge with all of us with a lot of examples so that you understand that how Scrum actually works. So let's start this session. And if you guys have joined us in the past, you might know that what we cover. So first of all, we'll give this stage to one of our student who could able to get the job successfully in IT. So he's going to tell us about his journey, that how he could able to make into into IT, and he will be sharing his journey with us. And post that, we will be starting our session with with Uma, who will be conducting a session on sprint planning Scrum Master. This is going to be highly relatable to every one of you. So don't think that if you are coming from a non-IT background, or you're planning to get into software development or cloud technology, still this session matters to every one of you. And I really thanks again to everyone that you have come today to attend this session. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the offer we are going to start right now for next 60 minutes. So for on all of our courses, we are going to run 50% discount for next 60 minutes. If any one of you is interested, or your wife or your brother, any one of you is interested, you can drop your interest in the chat box, or you can send a message to me or someone else in the team, and can let us know. If you do this in 60 minutes, you will be able to get this 50% discount, and this will help us to save a lot of money. So the offer starts now and it will end at the end of the session after 60 minutes. So I hope everyone is okay, like AWS, Azure, and Scrum. If you have any interest out of these three, do let us know so that we can give you a very good discount of 50%. Okay, so let's start this session. So congratulations, Ayo, uh, for being in IT now. And I'm very happy about you that the journey you had been through, and today you could able to start your journey into IT. Please you can unmute yourself and share your journey with all of our students so that they also feel motivated, and they also feel that this is something real. Whether you come from non-IT background or IT background, you still can make into IT. So Ayo, you can unmute and start talking.
Thank you, Naman. Naman, quick one. I know I never actually corrected you, and I see there are lots of Nigerians here, so they're probably going to be confused by my name.
Okay, sorry.
It's spelled as Ayo. There
Okay.
is no I in my name, but I didn't really correct you on that. But I just didn't want them to get confused.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Aideji Ademuyiwa. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I see a couple of Nigerians, Indians here, and I'm sorry if I'm unable to figure out where you're from by your name. I decided to go into the IT and cloud officially as of last year. My journey to the cloud was started um, from the year 2014, 15, actually. Well, not necessarily the cloud, but I did some certifications in networking back then, and I never used it for anything. I just forgot about it because what I did for my undergrad was economics. And as of last year, I was an operations manager for a HVAC company. It was it's a company that employs like very many people, over 400 employees and all. And it was a very demanding position. And I mean, we all know here in United States, I don't know how many of you are in New York. If you're in a managerial position in other industries, you're probably making close to like maybe like 100K, maybe like between 80 to 100, which every other industry considers like, oh, you're making good money or something like that. But in IT, like it's not really good money in IT and all. Like IT pays way much better than that. And coupled with the fact that my role as an operations manager was highly demanding, it was almost like I was working 24 hours. And someone had told me about AWS back in 2020 during COVID. But at the time, I wasn't really paying much attention because I wanted to get my real estate license. And then fast forward to 2021, another close friend of mine got a job with United Airlines as a developer, and it was telling me that all it did was AWS, and I was like, oh wow, like someone did mention AWS to me in 2020, and here I am in 2021. Another friend is mentioning AWS to me, so I feel like this is just another calling for me. But he told me about NAMA, like the office classes and all. Well, prior to him telling me about NAMA, I actually was going to pick up a book and start reading, doing my own personal research as to what AWS is all about. But then I realized that I did not have enough time to do this while still working at this very demanding job. So what I did was I quit my job, which I would not really advise anybody to do. It wasn't the smartest thing to do because I quit without having another job to fall back on, but I did have savings to fall back on. So it took me another 1 month to get another job. So the reason why I quit the job for another job was because I was looking for another job that wasn't as demanding as my other job. So within a month, I got another job as a sales manager, and it was a hybrid job. Hybrid, for those who don't know, meaning some days I get to work from home and some days I get to work in the office. So within the 1 month where I was looking for work, that was when I started studying for cloud practitioner. That's like the foundation of AWS. So if I can, I knew for a fact that if I can understand cloud practitioner, like I can definitely understand like what solutions architect talks about and everything else, because that's the foundation, right? So I wasn't working. All I was just doing was applying for jobs. So like it gave me so much time that I was just reading. I was able to like read as soon as possible. I did my exam. I passed my exam for my cloud practitioner. Then I proceeded to my solutions architect. So at the time I started studying for my solutions architect, I was almost done studying. That was when my friend who was working for United Airlines at the time introduced me to Nama. And when I spoke to Nama, like Nama even boosted my confidence. It was like letting me know that you don't have to actually come from an IT background to get into AWS and all that. So I was already done studying, and I told Nama like when I pass my exam, like we're going to discuss, because I came to the realization that even if like I read for my exam and I passed it, like I did self-studying and all that, I still needed like some form of class to actually tell me how this actually works. Because even if you do self-study, even if you use like Wiz Labs and all that, it will never really prepare you for like your day-to-day activities, what you're going to be doing every day on the job. And different jobs like really differs. Like it might just be like one specific thing. Right now, I work for PwC. I work for a consulting company. So like so things really change. Different there's always like different projects to work on. If I'm working on Amazon Connect today, for the next 6 months, maybe another 6 months, I'm going to be working on IAM robotics and all that. So when I met with Nama, when I passed my exam, I reached out to Nama like, Nama, I've passed my exam, I want to sign up to your class and all that. So I signed up to Nama's class, which kind of like gave me in-depth knowledge of things that I already built my knowledge on from when I did my self-studying. So this was more like real life challenges. Like, oh, for example, like we have a company, they want to move their resources from on-prem to the cloud and all that. what is the process. I know Wiz Labs has those kind of like things, but it will never really present um the challenge to you in the way the classes the classes that I attended would present it to you. And that is what I'm seeing now at my present job. So like and now that I'm at my present job, like I still stay close to Nammer. It still guides me every once in a while and all. But the most important thing is that what I'm trying to say to you guys is that regardless of your background, like you can actually get into IT. I know so many people, like the friends who told me to get into AWS. Neither one of these people actually studied computer science or anything like that. Most of them did accounting or business administration. I did economics and all that. So it's crazy because the majority of people you find in IT now did not study anything IT related, like while they were in school. So it's something that they had to pick up for whatever reason. But the most important thing I'm going to tell you is, for whatever reason that you're choosing to go into AWS, let that reason be enough reason to fuel your desire to actually attain your goals in this industry. It could be like finances, that okay, IT pays bigger money and all that, big bucks. Like I want to go for IT because of the money. Let that reason be enough reason for you to actually get to your destination. If it's for the fact that you love technology and you love to be a part of like renovation and all of that great stuff, let that also be enough reason. Just find a reason that every time you think of that reason, like it keeps you going, because some days it can be really tiring. That's the reality of it. Like sometimes you study and then sometimes you don't get what you're reading and all that, and then you get upset and you're like, I can't keep going. We've all been there. Every single person like goes through that challenge. Don't feel like you're alone. So, and if we all can get past that stage and then find our own jobs, then I mean, there is absolutely nobody that cannot actually make it in this industry. So yeah, that's really my journey. Thank you, Naman.
Thanks a lot, Ayo. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. So I hope everyone who aspire to become cloud engineer or Scrum Master in IT, you feel more confident that if Ayo, by putting a lot of efforts and by really getting into a right direction, if he can make it into IT, then why not you? So this is a question which you guys have to ask. I know it's a very regressive, or it's a process where you actually follow yourself, follow what you have a plan, and then you make it to IT. So that's what you have to do. You have to make sure that you have a proper direction. If you need any consultancy, or you need any suggestion, you can always reach out to us. That hey, Naman, that I'm done with this. Now what's next? You can always come to me and ask, because you know it's not only about that you're putting your money in, it's all about your efforts, that how much efforts you put in. And because IT offers a lot of demand right now, it's like uh, millions of opportunities are going to open in next 5 years, so you have plenty of time. It's like you have to start from today. Like if you can start from today, you can easily make it. uh, like I meet students, they put their efforts every day. They put their like they spend 2 or 3 hours even in their hectic schedule. They put a lot of efforts just to ensure that they will get a job, and they get a job. The people who put a lot of efforts, like Ayo, like there are so many people out there who put their efforts and they get the job. uh, Only thing is, like, some people, when they say, oh, I didn't get a chance to work, go through it, I was busy during the week, all this story doesn't help. It doesn't help us, it doesn't help you, it's not going to take you anywhere. So make sure that in your daytime you're actually taking out couple of hours, and be consistent, be persistent. Make sure your persistent, your perseverance is high, and then you make it over there, just like Io and just like everyone else who actually have already got the job. In our previous sessions, you have met a lot of people who have who had shared their journey, and everyone had the same journey, that they put a lot of effort. And that's what IT demands from you. But I tell you one thing, once you get into IT, you will never see back. You will never realize that that though you were working as Uber driver or you were working in a different field, once you are in IT, your next 20 years, I can take the guarantee that for next 20 or 30 years, you will make money. And that's what you guys have to achieve. Okay.
Now,
Yes. Yes, I
yeah,
am.
sorry. Two things I really want to quickly drop.
Yeah, please.
So number one is when you are if you have a job right now that is very demanding, you can also do something similar to what I did. Like my initial job, I wouldn't say leave your job. Like I would say find another job before leaving your job. I, on the other hand, like I left my job as an operations manager. I waited a month to find another job as a sales manager, which now was now a hybrid job whereby I had to be in the office 3 times a day and 2 times from home. So when I got to my sales manager job, I already completed my cloud practitioner. I took my exam. So during when I started working as a sales manager, that was when I was studying for solutions architect. But the fact that I was working a hybrid role and as a sales manager, I wasn't being managed. I managed my work. I know like when to apply pressure to my work and all that. So for the days that I was working from home, I dedicated those days to AWS. I dedicated those days to AWS, whereby I was just like studying. But when I'm in the office, then I catch up on all of my work. So if you feel like your work is really demanding right now, it's something whereby you can find something else that is less demanding that still brings you income. And if you feel like you have enough savings that could last you like for quite a while until you like do your studying, you write your exam, and then you start looking for work, all well and good. But most importantly, while you're going on this journey, make sure you're not going alone, because like I said earlier, like it really could be very tiring, especially like when you're studying alone, when you're going through those challenges, not understanding some of the things you're studying, or when you've read like so much and there's still so much to read and you're just like, can you really do this and all that? Like when you have friends of similar interests, like maybe even if it's one or two or three friends that are in the AWS, they're trying to achieve the same goal, like in AWS, you guys can always motivate each other, because that's what I really did. Like AWS actually made me meet new friends that if not for AWS, I don't think we would have been friends, because we have like very different personalities. Like we like very different things. We come from different works of life and all that. But because of AWS, AWS brought us together and helped us like to motivate each other. Like for days whereby I am feeling down, there is someone else that can pick me up. Days they're feeling down, I can pick them up and all that. So this journey is always best advice, like to go with people. If you really want to go far, you go with like maybe one or a group of people. But yeah, that's what I really wanted to say. Nama, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That was a really good thing which you shared with us, that, find a job which is less demanding so that you can focus on, AWS or IT or Scrum in your free time. And that's what you said. And you can manage the work. Maybe you're working for 4 days in a week, you're working very hard on your regular job, and for 3 days you're practicing a lot. So yeah, thank you, Ayo, for sharing your knowledge and sharing your experience, I would say. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
yeah. So guys, just to give you a quick recap, like what Thinkcloudly is, again, the same thing. It's like Thinkcloudly is a single stop shop for all your interview needs. So if you think that you're going in the interview and you need some help with assignments, with some help with your classes, courses you want to attend with us, or you want us to improve your resume, or if you want us to work on or share some interview questions, if we have something, we will be happy to share with you. If you think that you want some interview preparation sessions before you actually get into the interview, so that you're more confident, we can help in that as well. So it's all about, what we offer over here is the different programs we offer on AWS, Azure, DevOps, Google Cloud, Scrum, ServiceNow. And within, let's say, within AWS as well, we offer multiple different certification courses like DevOps, Solution Architect, Cloud Practitioner, Security. Also, we have live projects. So if you talk about Scrum Master. For Scrum Master, we have case studies to be discussed. For AWS, we have live projects. For Azure, we have live projects. For DevOps, we have live projects. If you work on those live projects, you will get a real hands-on experience, and that's what the industry demands. Industry wants you to be experienced, and that's what we do over here. We help by providing you live projects. We also help with the certificate. Like if you want some previous questions, we can help you with that. If you want resume, like if you want us to build your resume, we can build your resume so that your chances of getting the call becomes much higher. One of the student was actually called me and told me that I'm getting 5 to 6 calls every day, because we prepared the resume and we started profile marketing for that student, and he started receiving 5 to 6 calls every day. Then we helped a lot of students with interview preparation sessions, that when they have scheduled their interview with one of the recruiter, then we help in preparing that, so that they don't feel a very new environment altogether in the interview, and they feel, okay, I know what to answer, how to answer. So that's what we do in interview preparation sessions. And then finally, job support. So don't think that our journey ends if you get the job. Okay, do not think. We'll try our best to ensure that we provide on-job support as well, so that you are able to feel comfortable in the environment, and you feel uh, you are able to sustain and survive in that job for a long term until you feel confident to handle it yourself. We can provide on-job support as well. So these are a bunch of services and products we offer, and we are working very hard to bring more products and services in future, which will actually make you job ready. And very soon you will hear from us. And make sure, guys, you refer your friends and family members, your loved ones, because if you refer, you can make money. So we offer 75 to $100 discount to individuals who refer one person on successful registration of your reference. We will certainly will certainly able to credit that amount to you as a discount in your current package, or maybe we can give you the cash back. But please, that's a humble request from our entire team. If you guys can refer your friends and family members, that's a request from entire Thinkcloudly team. Okay, so we'll move ahead with our second section of our webinar, which is the main section right now, second main section, which is on Scrum Master Sprint Planning by Mr. Uma. Uma, you can unmute yourself, just introduce yourself, and then we can kickstart this session so that student can start learning about Scrum Master and Sprint Planning. Over to you, Uma.
Yeah, thank you, Naman. Everyone can able to hear me clearly?
Yes, Uma.
Okay, that's great. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's webinar about Scrum. So before starting the webinar, let me introduce myself. I have close to 13 plus years of experience, like 13 and a half. And this experience is extensive into Scrum Master. I have worked for almost 7 years. I have started my career as a business analyst. I will tell you what is the reason behind that. And then currently I'm working as a product owner and managing a team of 20 people, okay, which is divided into 4 different Scrum teams. And I'm working currently from India. Yeah. Now, before I start the session, I just wanted to inform everyone that those who are more inclined towards non-functional kind of job, meaning is in IT we have different kind of profiles. Basically, one is coding profile, right? And then we have Scrum business analyst kind of profile where there is no coding basically, okay. And this kind of job, business analyst or Scrum Master, they are more inclined towards managing the team, managing the requirements, speaking with the client, getting all the requirements, and then giving this requirement back to the team so the team can actually implement the solution for the customer or client. So these roles are basically functional in nature. You don't have to learn coding. So that's the advantage. If people from non-technical background, if they want to go towards some role where they can actually connect their experience, they can definitely look for business analyst or scrum master role. Okay, and let us start the session. So yeah, today we are going to discuss about sprint planning. But before sprint planning, many of us do not know about what is sprint altogether. Yeah, so before going into sprint planning, let us speak about Sdlc model. Okay, so this is required. Why it is required? For example, Sdlc is basically speaking about software development lifecycle. Now, this is nothing but, in simple term, if you want a definition of this, is nothing but the software industry uses some kind of process, right, for designing and developing of a software. For example, when you are going for making your house, right, there are different ways in which you can construct your house. Okay, similarly for any task, whatever task, like applying a personal loan, okay, or opening a bank account, everything will go through a set of process. So every industry have their own process. In IT, we call it as SDLC, software development lifecycle. Now we have two different type of process here. Okay, the first process is called waterfall model. This model is being used extensively from the past 50 years, 60 years, you can say, for all the IT industry. Okay, and this is nothing but a set of defined tasks what each team has to do if they want to work in IT industry for developing a software or a product. Okay, and then we have agile model, which we are going to discuss today. This is nothing but a same process we are doing, but in a incremental model or iterative model. The meaning is we take small amount of work, we finish our task, okay, and then we move for taking the another set of work. Okay, so let me just give you a flavor of how waterfall model works to make everyone understand how exactly we deal with this. Okay, now in waterfall model, as you can see, we have different process. Okay, different stages, we call it as, like when you want to start a new work, right, we have to do proper planning. Take any example. If you want to build your dream house, right, so the first thing what you require is you should know what is the area where you are going to construct your house, and then what is the design you are going to have. Like it can be 3-bedroom house or 4-bedroom, depends. Then again, it depends what kind of construction you want. Either you want a brick construction or more customized construction, etc. So basically what I want to say here is the planning is very important. Once you do your planning, then only you can proceed to other phases or other stages. Okay, similarly in waterfall model, we have this set of stages where during planning we actually plan what we are going to do basically. Then we analyze the requirement from client perspective. We understand our business, we understand what client want us to do, and based on that we design the solution. Okay, then comes designing and development, where we actually design the solution, which is nothing but a sample design, right? Our house example. So when you want to go for construction of house, the first thing you should have is the blueprint. According to the blueprint, you are going to design the actual house. Okay, similarly in software, we design the solution, and then we actually go for doing the coding or development. When this is completed, we integrate everything. Integrate is nothing but multiple people are working on different kind of task. We integrate all the tasks to make a complete product, and then we do extensive testing, right? Before releasing any product or software, we do testing. This testing is similar to whenever a new phone comes in market, right? Before introducing it to everyone, we do a extensive testing to it, so that if any defects is there, any issue is there on the phone, it could be identified. The same thing which we follows in our software development life cycle. Once that is completed, we implement. Implement meaning is we move the product to the market. We take the product to the market for our customer to utilize it. And the final stage is maintenance, where if any defects come, any issues come, or any improvement needs to be done, we do it. Okay. Now these stages are being part of waterfall cycle. Okay. Now the major issue here, why waterfall cycle fails to attract so many companies, or why it become a major setbacks, is, if you can see, these all processes are there. The one biggest problem in waterfall cycle is you cannot move from one process to another before finishing the current one. Meaning, if you are into design phase, you can move to development only when you complete entire design part. Now this is where the problem comes. Okay. If any, let's say, if client want to have any modification in the requirement, it is very difficult to take because it become costly. Just imagine, I gave example in design. Now just think, if you are into integration and testing phase, and any new changes comes or any new modification comes, it is very difficult for you to take that change, because you have to start from the beginning. Meaning you have to start from the planning. This is what waterfall model says. Okay. And when we go for the course, definitely we'll cover in much detail. So just for a timing, I'm just giving an introduction for everyone to connect. The second part is we have Agile and Scrum methodology, where, as I said, Agile works in incremental model, which means, let's say if you want to build your house, right? You gave this total work to some company, XYZ company, and they are building it for you. They will take small requirement for you. For example, okay, what is the design of your first room? They will then go back, they will design the first room, and then they will show to you. So the customer will see the actual design, and then customer, if he does not like or if he want any modification, he can say there itself. Now this model is more famous, and currently more than 90% of the companies are using or moving towards Agile. So the scope, you can see, is very high currently. Okay, and it's going to be, because slowly and slowly, not only in IT but other domain, for example, hospitality or insurance, banking, everyone is moving towards Agile. So the Scrum and Agile market is going to definitely increase. Okay, now moving ahead in today's topic, okay, which I want to explain to everyone how planning is being done. Now this is just a small snapshot of actual Scrum course. Okay, so don't get confused that and if you are having any doubt, please unmute yourself and let me know. Okay, I'm just giving a small example how in Scrum we do the planning. Okay, so it is nothing but, as I said, Scrum works in iteration model, small iteration. We call it as time box event. Okay, it has some duration. 1 week duration, 2 weeks duration. It depends from company to company. And this time box event is called your sprint. Okay. So during our sprint, right, before going for actual work, we do extensive planning, which is called sprint planning, where the team come together and then they will try to plan or try to work on those requirements which has high priority. Not only this, here the team will do multiple other tasks. For example, defining the capacity or getting an agreement from client, how we are going to work, etc. Okay. So this is one of the part in Scrum, the sprint. And apart from that, we also have different, you can see in right hand side, we have review meeting, which is nothing but once your sprint is complete, meaning once your small iteration timeline is completed, you go for a review or demonstrate your work to the client. So what client will do, they will see what you have developed. For example, once your first bedroom is completed, the contractor will call you. Okay, sir, please come back and just see how we have completed the first bedroom for you. You go there, you visualize your bedroom. Okay, you see, you look and feel everything, and then you give your feedback. You can say them that, okay, I don't like the color, I don't like the size, whatever. And then what they will do, they will go back based on your feedback. They will try to modify. Again, they will call you. You will go to them, you will see, and if you like, you approve. Okay, the task is complete. This is what we do in our review meeting. Okay, then we have retrospective, which is again one of the tasks in Scrum, which is nothing but we discuss as a team, we discuss that how we have progressed or how we have completed the sprint, what we have achieved, and what is we are not able to achieve, what did not go as per plan, and so on. Okay, so these just a snapshot of how we do planning, effective planning in Scrum. Okay, definitely when we'll go for the course, we'll be seeing everything from scratch. Okay, so the sprint, what I have explained you just now, sprint is nothing but a time box event. We call it as a smaller time box of 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on the company, depending on the project, how they have selected. And during this time box event, the team will work very effectively. They'll be very much focused. And they will work as a team to complete or achieve the goal they have set for a particular sprint. Now here, as a Scrum Master, your role is to make sure team is actually achieving the goal. So Scrum Master is a very important, I can say, very important role in Agile. If a Scrum Master knows his task, what he has to do, then the project is going to be a success. Otherwise, the entire work of the team, right, will be wasted. So that's why Scrum Master jobs are in much demand, because every company knows that they have to hire a Scrum Master who is good in managing the team, okay, who is good in performing all the tasks which is required in Agile projects. Okay. And yeah, one of the question which is coming in many of your minds is, why time box? Why in Agile we go for a time box event? The reason for coming this time box or using this time box event is we try to give a fixed duration. Okay, we set up a fixed duration for each team, and here the client, the customer, we call it as product owner in Agile, they will give a set of priority tasks to the team, and the team will invest their 100% focus, commitment to achieve that task. And during this time box event, if there is any, if the product owner want, based on the requirements, based on the business need, he can change it. Okay, how we can change it again, when we go in detail, we can discuss that. Okay. And during the sprint meeting, as you can see, this is just a snapshot, how we actually take up the requirement. Based on the requirement, how we set up the estimation. Okay, we estimation is nothing but how much time a particular requirement is going to take. Based on that estimation, the client or customer will take decision whether they want to do it in upcoming sprint or not. Okay, there are many different factors as well. Just to give a snapshot to everyone, how exactly we capture the requirement, how we describe it, right? How we go for estimation, how we go for prioritization. This slide was added. Okay. And this is just a snapshot to give you a flavor how in Agile we work in different sprint. So you can see that we have to perform different actions in the sense before and after working in a sprint, what all task a Agile team performs. Okay, how Scrum Master control this task, how Scrum Master enable each and every team member to achieve their goal. Okay, so that's just a snapshot of it. Anyone has any doubt or want to ask anything, we can take up a Q&A session.
Guys, please feel free to ask questions if you are not understanding or you have any doubt. Like just feel free to drop your questions in the chat so that we can answer. Yeah, I think Uma, we can go ahead.
Okay. So basically, before going, okay, we have one. Yeah, I can explain again. So about this slide, if you want me to explain, basically this slide consists of all the tasks what we do while working in a sprint. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Okay, before going for a sprint meeting, okay, we do something called as pre-sprint activity, which is also called as sprint zero. Now in this sprint zero, we perform one of the event which is called project roadmap discussion. For example, if suppose your project is to develop a mobile banking application, okay, mobile banking application from scratch. So during this product roadmap discussion, what we are going to do is we are going to bring all the requirements at high level. It means we'll discuss something like, okay, in this mobile banking application, how many screens we are going to have? What are the features that we are going to provide? Features in the sense third-party transfer or adding of beneficiary, applying loans, applying credit cards, generation of checkbooks. These all are features. So at a high level, we basically try to define all the requirements. And then when here we'll get to know what are the tasks performed by team. Okay, we call it as Scrum team or Scrum Master. Okay, Scrum Master in this activity, what he is doing, how he is doing, why he is doing, where he is doing. We are going to speak about it. And about someone called as product owner. As I said, product owner is nothing but he is from client side. Okay, so you can call him as customer. Okay, in Agile we call him as product owner. So when we go there, right, we'll actually understand how, what all tasks we need to do as a Scrum Master, what is our basic roles and all. Okay, so that's about this slide where I'm trying to explain while moving from one sprint to another, how and what all different actions we perform. Okay. Any other doubt anyone has? Okay, so I will take it as no. So before finishing this, let me just add few points which everyone has in their mind. Okay, as a Scrum Master, what are the prerequisites you should have? Meaning, do you need to have some knowledge about anything to become a Scrum Master? Okay, so to make it clear, the only thing which is required for taking up this Scrum Master training.
Hey, what's that? Where did you see that from? Yeah.
Yeah, Uma, please go ahead. Like there was some background noise. I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I just muted that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm saying the only thing you require to become a Scrum Master is to have a good communication skills. Remaining everything we are going to train you on. Here,
That's a very good
need-
point, Uma, you brought up that, if you have like good communication skills, then you are eligible to become Scrum Master. Thanks, Uma, for bringing that up. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this training, one more thing I want to add here is, like I used to say to all my students is, before attending the training, you bring your confidence to the class. Okay, before going for a Scrum Master interview, first you have to make yourself understand that you are a Scrum Master, and this will come only when you do proper homework. For example, whenever we give or whenever we take a class, right, on a daily basis we provide some homework. It does not mean you have to go back and write it down as we do in our school days. No, it just means whatever we are teaching you, right, you have to go back and do more research on the same topic. In this way you can become more confident. Okay, and along with this training we do provide you some Harvard case studies. Okay, at least 2 Harvard case studies we are going to provide. We are going to provide you interviews question. Now this interview question should be more than enough for you to crack the interview. Okay, because from my experience, whatever questions I have taken multiple interviews, so whatever question we ask, we have seen interviewer asking, we have just gathered it in our repository, right, and we are going to share. Along with that, we'll also provide you a full working material on the Agile and Scrum model, meaning it will have each and every task which you need to perform, which you need to know while working for or while working as a Scrum Master. Okay, so everything is there. The only thing what you have to do is you have to take decision whether you want to move forward. Okay, for that my friend Naman is going to help you. Yeah, that's all from my side. If any questions, I can take it. Otherwise, over to you, Naman. Does it matter years of experience? No, it does not matter. Now before starting a training, I have said that why I become a Scrum Master and Business Analyst. So that experience I want to share you. So I have started my career as a .NET developer. Okay. .NET developer, and believe me, I do not have any shame to accept that I'm very poor in development, meaning I'm very poor in coding. So I do not understand the basic of coding as well, and somehow I survived for 2 years in industry. Okay, to be frank, and then I got a chance to move into Scrum Master role, where my basic task is to work as a Scrum Master come business analyst in one of the project. And then I actually understand that it does not require any experience. It does not require you any coding or technology knowledge to become a Scrum Master. The only thing which is required is you understand the process. If you understand the process, rest everything will be taken care. Okay. So that's what I want to add here, so that everyone knows that for becoming a Scrum Master, you need not have you should not have any experience, right? Previous experience or anything. Okay. Over to you, Naman. I'm good from my side.
There is one more question by Olusola. Just if you can take a look.
What will your advice to someone with AWS Azure Cloud Engineer combined with Scrum Master? Yeah, so these kind of jobs are there. Olusola, I can say there are companies who are looking for Scrum Master who have experience into cloud, meaning AWS or Azure. The reason is when you work with AWS or Azure kind of project, if Scrum Master has some understanding, right, previous understanding of it, they can become a value added for the team. So they know the process, they know the task what we have to perform in cloud kind of project, and then it can be a value added for the entire team. Okay, so Scrum Master, whatever team you are working on, right, Scrum Master, he should know about the process, he should also know about the business, right? So
Yes, you're right.
that.
So Olusola, the question you are asking that whether you can combine AWS with Scrum Master or Azure with Scrum Master. As Uma said, that certainly you can do that. And you know what? You actually create a very good profile if you have both the skills, AWS and Scrum Master, because across the globe there are so many projects which are going on, on AWS and Azure. Okay, and there are so many opportunities where people would like to hire Scrum Master who understand AWS, because when deliverables are decided, you need to have the technical knowledge. So you are preferred in those opportunities, you are preferred, and the salaries are very, very good. If you combine AWS and Scrum and you really put your lot of efforts on it, you seriously get a very good salary. Because it's a very niche role and with plenty of job opportunities. Recently, I came across with one of the opportunity that the organization was bulk hiring more than 25, Scrum Masters who have the AWS knowledge. So you can imagine that an organization is hiring 25, then but I mean if there are so many organizations and everyone needs Scrum Master with cloud knowledge, it has like plenty of job opportunities out there. Yeah. Yeah, and the same applies to DevOps as well, Ritesh. Also, okay. Now I'm just taking few more questions. Let me just share the screen and then take the questions. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Thank you, Uma. Thank you, Uma, for covering up the sprint planning. Guys, you might have understood about waterfall model and what happens, like how iteration works in Scrum, that we have sprints. A sprint is a timeline, like that's what you might have understood the way Uma has covered. And what Uma mentioned, which is very important to note, that you don't need any prior experience. You just need to have a good communication skills. If you think that you have a good communication skills, that's the only prerequisite for becoming a Scrum Master. Okay. And yes, we share Scrum case studies, the Harvard based case studies, Harvard Business School case studies. We share training on Jira, which is Jira is a tool used by Scrum Master. We cover all the concepts of Scrum Master, interview preparation sessions. Also, we help with resume in the program. So if anyone interested, do let us know. And yes, now the all the the offers are getting expired. If it's still anyone within 1 minute, if you guys would like to register, do let us know so that we can register. We have received a lot of queries, and there are people who have signed up already. People who are interested and they want to sign up, do let us know. Okay. And yeah, so one more. So Uma, there is one question like, how does Scrum add value in a software engineering field? If you don't mind, if you can answer that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So just to answer this question, how Scrum add value? So think Scrum as a process. Without taking up a process, you cannot build a software. That for sure. So Scrum is a process which helps any industry to build the product. Okay, so currently, as I said, more than 90% of the company are already moved or are moving towards Scrum. So Scrum actually help company follow a set of defined process or path to achieve their goal. Okay, and one more question is there. Does Scrum, do you need to have idea on project management? No, Thompson project management idea is not required for Scrum, because Scrum says the team are self-managed, meaning you don't need a project manager for a Scrum team. Okay. What are different professional certification in Scrum Master? There are many, like Certified Scrum Master, Professional Scrum Master, yes, CST, Certified Scrum Trainer, many are there. Okay, for our course, just to make everyone know, our course is as per Scrum Alliance, which is CSM, Certified Scrum Master.
Yeah, and as per PSM also, Professional Scrum
Yeah,
Master 1. Yeah. So
yeah, both have the same content.
exactly. So if you are going through our course and program, you will be you will be getting a training on Scrum Master, and you will be eligible for both. Either you can go for CSM, which is a Certified Scrum Master from Scrum Alliance, or you can go for the PSM one, which is Professional Scrum Master 1 from scrum.org. Both are actually like both are equivalent in the industry, and both are high in demand. What included in the price on screen right now? So right now, this price includes only your course. It doesn't include your live projects or other, like you can say, interview preparation sessions. So this price right now includes only your course. If anyone signs up, let us know. We will give more details. But this is our training course pricing, and we'll share more like, if you need more details, do let us know. Yeah.
Sorry, is that $24 or $240?
It's actually 249. Yeah, it's 199. Actually, it's the way the text has come here. Yeah. Okay. Any other question, anyone, before we actually, end the session for today?
Oh, sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So, how many days per week is the Azure training? How many days a week is Azure training?
Azure training is for
Yeah.
6 weeks. Azure it depends like which Azure training you are signing up. If you're signing up for Azure Fundamentals, it's gonna be 4 weeks. If you're signing up for Azure
Azure
Architect,
DevOps.
Azure DevOps is again going to be 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks.
How many times a week?
Okay, it depends on your schedule. You can share the schedule with us. Generally, we have the sessions from Monday to Friday or Saturday and Sunday. Monday to Friday, we have a session every day 1 hour, and on Saturday and Sunday, if you opt for weekend session, which is Saturday and Sunday, it's gonna be 2 hours on week Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I also have a question.
Yes, Frederick.
Yeah. So will you advise somebody right now who is completely taking a complete package for the AWS to enroll on the Scrum Master? I mean, if the person is not coming from IT background, he's just started. Do you advise the person to do that? I mean, at the same time doing the AWS?
Okay, so Frederick, basically, we advise that if you have enough time in your daily routine, then you should go for like on weekdays from Monday to Friday. If you have signed up for AWS, spend time on AWS, and on Saturday and Sunday you can sign up for the Scrum. Now, what happens that if you try to combine those skills and you try to study together, like maybe after 3 months, you will be ready with your Scrum as well as AWS. So this will really give you I mean, see, for Scrum you don't need a lot of practice, okay, but in AWS you need. So Monday to Friday spend on AWS, and on Saturday and Sunday spend on Scrum. That's what we recommend. uh, and it's all about your availability. If you want to attend, maybe you're not available on weekends, you want to attend from Monday to Friday both Scrum and AWS, then you can take, like, in the morning you can attend AWS, in the evening you can attend Scrum. It's totally up to you how do you want to manage it. But yes, going for AWS is really important, and if you combine it together with Scrum, that actually enhances your chances of getting hired in IT, because you are hotcake in the market, you're making yourself more skillful. Okay. After that, yeah. Yeah. So there
Okay,
is
thank you
someone.
very much.
Thank you. There is someone who, okay. So Oluwa, like, what days are Scrum classes? Oluwa, depends on you. You can share your own schedule. We have the sessions from Monday to Friday as well as on Saturday and Sunday. Do let us know when you're available so that we can sign you up. And there is someone who has pinged in the group, in the chat. Let me just copy paste and send it to you guys. Uh, yeah, so basically, yeah, I think, yeah, he sent it in the group also. So there's a guy who actually did like both Scrum and AWS, where he found like plenty of opportunities in both Scrum and AWS. Yeah. Okay, so Adejoke is asking for CSM, does the price include exam fees? No, exam fees is never included. The reason is that the exam fees has to be directly paid to Scrum Alliance, or your let's say scrum.org, if you're going with PSM. So you have to directly pay to those vendors. We do not take that money. We just take the training money. Yeah. Okay. And sure, like, if you can drop your email address, Kehinde, like, if you can drop your email address and phone number, we will reach out to you for sure. That will be for Azure DevOps.
Hey, Naman.
Yeah. Yes, Thompson.
What is the duration of the Scrum program?
Scrum program takes 4 to 5 weeks of time. It will take 4 to 5 weeks, which includes your training. It includes your interview preparation session. It includes your training on Jira, and it also includes your interview preparation session, training on Jira, case studies, and Scrum training. All four things are included. If you can drop your contact number as well. Yeah. Okay. And is it mandatory to take? Yeah, Oliver, if you can also drop your contact number. Contact number, please. Your WhatsApp number will help. Okay. Adij, okay, is asking if is it mandatory to take the exam before you practice or get a job? Uh, yes. I mean, having the exam is very important because what happens that exam, like when you include your certification in your resume, that's when you attract recruiters. Recruiters are always get attracted to your to your profile just by having that certificate. Okay, certification is the easiest way to attract recruiters, and also to, let's say if there are 5 applicants for the same for the same job, then you are going to get the preference because you hold certification. So certification is really important. So what is the difference between PSM 1 and PSM 2? Uma, are you there in the call? If you can explain this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an advanced version. PSM one will have the basic of how Scrum Master works. Okay, and moreover, see, PSM and CSM both are identical kind of certification. So in PSM2, you will get to know more about the Scrum Master role, how exactly they are working, right? And an advanced version of the PSM1, I can say. But one thing I can add here is certification is definitely a good thing to do, but it is not mandatory to click a job. Okay. The only thing which is required for Scrum Master is if you carry the knowledge. Okay, that's what matters, because when you are going for interviews, right? Even if you have certification, you have to attend the interview. They will take all the questions, right? And if you are good in that, you'll definitely click. So I have many of my students who without certification as well, they have able to get a job in Scrum Master.
Yes, you're right, Uma. The knowledge is very important. But yes, but make sure that if you are getting so much of knowledge, try for certification. That's something which is really good. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, we provide trainings on SAFE as well. Like if anyone who is interested in SAFE, do just drop your contact detail, I mean your number or WhatsApp number on in the chat so that we can contact you back. You know, like in your interested course. Yeah. Anyone else who is interested and who would like to ask any other question which we can answer here. Anyone, any other doubt? Okay. I hope everyone, if anyone is typing, do let me know. We'll wait for another 1 minute. Otherwise, we'll just, drop. And make sure, guys, like you refer people. If you refer, you can earn 75 to 100 bucks discount. So make sure you refer your friends and family members. Yeah. And do also provide feedback so that we can work on it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. Really appreciate your time. And I hope everyone.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Naman. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you.
you.